Hey y'all. So, this is my first time actually trying to go live on YouTube. I've done it on TikTok before, doing my show, my sister Cinda Williams on Ascension Lab. Just trying this out, post the word. Today's word was about how sometimes you have to lay low, especially when things get really out of control, especially like when your life seems to be just like nothing you can do seems right. You feel like you're going underwater. There's a lot of drama, it's a lot of distraction, it's a lot of chaos, and you just get to that point where you're like, okay, something's got to change. Something in my cycle, something in my day, something in my life needs to change. And when you get to that point, the whole point of the word was about, you give yourself space to think. You have to give yourself space to be silent. You have to give yourself a safe place to go to when life gets like that, when life is swirling around you, when, you feel like you don't have any kind of control of anything. The number one thing that you should do is to go within yourself, because that really is your safe place. That's what I call your home frequency, where you have worked hard to create an environment and energy where you thrive, where your soul feels at peace, where your spirit feels at peace, where you have things in place, things in line where you can come back to, whether it's our affirmations or different practices that you do, that you can turn to really feel comforted by what's happening, and it detaches you from this dark matrix that we're in. The higher you ascend, the more you evolve, the more that this matrix will test you, the more that it will try to get you out your body, out your home frequency energy, the more it will try to suck you back into the matrix. And so you have to resist. You have to stand firm. You have to stand, with your back straight and your heart soft at the same time when the matrix is testing you, when this world is testing you. Don't nothing make sense in this world anymore, does it really? Like, seriously, it does anything make any sense anymore? And that's why the crazier things get, the more you need to pull within yourself, and that is your home frequency. Bless you too. Good evening. Talking about the word, and like, my word today, I do these little words. My word today was about how when stuff gets crazy, how you have to really kind of like lay low. And by lay low, I didn't mean hide. Like, right? Lay low doesn't mean hide for me. Like, when stuff gets crazy, it means like you have to like pull back and observe, especially like, whether you're going through something at work, if it's something in your family, if it's something among your friends. When stuff starts getting crazy, the worst thing you can do is match that energy. You kind of have to lay low. You got to pull back. You start listening. Be like, like, maybe I need an exophone. I need to go over here, or I need to do something different. But the worst thing we can do is match that energy and let people or places or things like your job pull you into the craziness and the drama of what's going on in that environment. So when I say lay low, I mean, I really mean that. And like, when I first did this word, it was actually, and I changed it because I thought that I might get censored, but it was like, when the D word, when that devil gets close and puts my back against the wall, I get real quiet. I don't talk. I I feel that, that can help you as well deal with the stress of the situation, or anxiety of dealing with that, or if that's how you choose to deal with it, then, to each his own on how you choose to zen out. It could help you think through some of the situations. And that's why you have to retreat in yourself. That's why you got to really reflect. Like, and when people hear meditation, they're like, oh, that's all fluff, and we don't really meditate. Look, you got to find time. If it's in a bath, if it's in your shower, if it's in the morning, drinking your coffee, if it's doing what we're talking about on the chat. I'm not going to say it because, you know why. But If that's what you choose to do is zen out and think, then that's what you do. But you got to give yourself a time to think through, especially when you got people circling you, y'all. Y'all don't believe. Like, I just came back from the hospital. My close friend is in ICU. And, I wasn't feeling good myself. Like, because I got my own condition. I have MS, and I just got my infusion last week. And I didn't feel good, I didn't feel good at all. And I got all kinds of stuff coming at me, all kinds of people coming at me nonstop. And if I like let the world pull me into the chaos and like into the storm, and if I didn't stay still, if I didn't stay grounded in who I am, and like you like breathe and like distance myself from the chaos, like I would have been out of here, y'all. Like, I don't know. It's like the more well you do for yourself, and the more boundaries that you set for yourself, and the more that you choose yourself, like really choose yourself. Like, I'm a very giving person, and like I'm giving to a detriment, or and that's something I'm working on, but like I give everything to everybody's happy but me. And like recently with my health and everything else, I'm like, no, I love my family. I'm gonna take care of my family, but I'm gonna choose myself. I'm gonna stand for myself. And so like if stuff is going crazy and I'm overwhelmed, trying to do everything, I'm gonna choose myself. I'm gonna have my 5 minute rest time. I'm gonna take my mom, and I have 4 kids, and I'm like, y'all need to back up. Y'all got to back up. I need my me time. If that means I need to go, over here, I'm gonna do it, but I'm gonna choose myself. I'm going to create that space. I'm going to take the time I need so that my spirit is peaceful, so that I have time to process the best move. Because if stuff is coming at you like that, and it seems like you're in a downward, like spiral with it, that's the real time that you got to lay low and get quiet. Just because the world is loud doesn't mean that we have to be loud with it. That means that we get quiet, we pay attention. And it isn't that we're not, the silence is the action, is that you trying to weigh how you gonna pivot, how you gonna move. And also when you're quiet, people end up telling you what they on, especially if they moving against you. If you quiet and you just let them act and do what they do, and you'll see the blueprint, you'll see how they're moving. And so you just wait, then you make your decisions, and then you move, and how you're going to do. But the most important thing is to keep your peace and to not let other people pull you in to the drama. Because if you look at the world, that's all this is. Everything is just, it's just drama. It's just distractions. And it's just to get you off of the most important thing that you possibly could be doing right now, which is improving yourself, which is creating a world that you like living in for yourself and the people around you. And like we hear so often about how people, are creators and should be able to create the reality, but a lot of us don't believe it. But I feel like we're at a weird spot in time, y'all. It's like I love seeing all the people doing the line dances, the new line dance that I need to practice, that I'm probably gonna do pretty terrible at, y'all, with the fans. When they doing the fans, they like, I'm like, oh my gosh, I gotta learn that line dance. But I love to see it. I love to see people having fun and being light in such a dark time, because when they go low, y'all, when the powers that were go low, we got to go high. It don't matter how bad it is, y'all. Like the trick of now, and I'm really seeing it firsthand, living today, especially if you're living in America right now, you've got to perfect living in an energy that is completely opposite of what the external world is. Like, if you can think of yourself as this is a game and you're leveling up, you have to hold the frequency of what you want, no matter how bad it gets. All right, y'all. I hope that you have a wonderful evening, and I'm out. Have a nice night. Peace.